This is music, and this is The Hall That Should Not Be. The other day, I decided to pay a visit to Soundstation. That's a record store here in Copenhagen. They've been around for a long time. I just never had the chance to visit their shop, so I decided to actually do that. And my plan was just to go and check out their shop. And I ended up with 11 records. It was a quite fun buying experience. The owners seem to be kind of quirky guys, so it's kind of like just fun to interact with them when you buy stuff from them, so that's great. They do have a Discogs shop as well, so maybe you want to check out. They have a lot of things, not just metal, they have this all over the place. I decided to focus my visit, so I checked out the metal CDs section, checked out the new arrivals metal vinyl records section, the second-hand metal vinyl records section, and then they had a massive special offers section as well, records. That's what I decided to sort of focus on, and the special offers section was still too overwhelming for me to just flip through all of them, so I just did some random picks, and I actually managed to pick one thing that I decided to pick up. So let's go through the items. Up first, from the second-hand section, a very, very fine OG copy of The Sane Asylum by Blind Illusion. This one is not necessarily an easy item to come across in Denmark. They did tell me that they had recently just received a bunch of rare second-hand metal albums, so I'm happy that I managed to pick some of those up. The next one is a reissue. It's 1980 by Bratz. Bratz started out a punk band, then they morphed into a metal band, then King Diamond joined them, and eventually they became Merciful Fate. This is from when they had almost completely morphed into a metal band. So you got lots of very early 80s metal and hard rock elements here, and you got some punk elements. King Diamond doesn't appear in this one, he hadn't joined yet, but you do have Denner and Sherman, and actually it's a very, very good just metal album. If you are a fan of the whole King Diamond universe, I would suggest that you pick this one up. And if you just like heavy metal music from the 80s, I think you will enjoy that one too. Up next, another reissue, Reek of Putrefaction by Carcass. This is, I know, the censored version. I do have an uncensored version as well, so I don't mind. Same thing with Symphonies of Sickness, censored version. Again, I have an uncensored version, so I don't mind having this in a censored version. The next one, my favorite album by Carcass, I have this on remastered CD version. They did that a couple of years ago. Picked it up on vinyl here as well because they had it. Great stuff. Probably one of my favorite death metal albums too. And they also had hard work on vinyl. So yeah, why not? At that point, my plan of just visiting the shop and not buying anything had already crumbled. So I picked this one up too. They did not have, and I don't know if it is out on reissued version. I cannot imagine why it shouldn't be. They didn't have Swan Song, but if I come across a version of Swan Song reissue or whatever on vinyl, I will probably pick it up. This here, the firm Mean Business, that was one of the random kind of like samples I just did from the special offers section, and I why not? It's not bad, so I decided to pick that one up too. Next, back to the second-hand version, and this is really cool. Re-Animator, Condemned to Eternity. This is another album in OG versions, at least, that's not that easy to come across here in Denmark. So glad to have it. The next one is nobody's favorite, Maybe that's why they had 2 versions of it, but I picked it up anyways. Laughing by Re-Animator. And I'm gonna pick up, if I come across them, all the other Re-Animator, you know, from back in the day releases. Even, you know, the ones that are not that popular. Back to reissue world, I picked up Die Healing by Saint Vitus. I have decided to allow more doom metal into my record collection, and Saint Vitus is a great old school, and because they are old school, doom metal band. And up last, The Sport of Kings by Triumph. Wasn't too expensive. I know this is not everybody's favorite Triumph album, but it wasn't too expensive, so I picked it up. So yeah, the haul that should not be. I was a man with a mission. I failed. I changed my mission, and suddenly my mission was to pick up cool stuff. Anyways, that's SoundStation. They have a Discogs shop, so and they have a lot of stuff. So if you want to check out their store, you know, you can do that in Discogs. I'm definitely gonna go and visit their shop more often. So yeah, cool stuff in my opinion. I'm happy to have all this stuff. Thanks for watching.